Eric Burgess here, and we've been given the deadly decimal. They want us to solve an equation, and everything is in decimal form. So all the same rules apply, though. We want to get all the x's to one side, everything else to the other side, combine like terms, and so forth. And in many ways, decimals are easier to work with. So let's go ahead and do this thing. So first things first, I'm going to move this 2.03x to this side. And my motivation for this is I like it when my x's are on this side, just out of habit. So this is a positive 2.03x. So on both sides, so that it's equal, I'm going to do a negative 2.03x. And then we have a plus 0.01x plus 3.1. And then we're putting a negative 2.03x on this side. This is positive, remember, so there's a plus 2.03x. Minus 2.96. And we can do this. Oh, let me move the calculator out of the way. And we can do this again because of equality. These combine to 0. And on this side, we have 2.03 plus 0.01. So remember the way this works is we can look at it like this. We can look at it as 2.03 minus 0.01. And we know our answer will be negative because 2.03 is bigger than 0.01. So 3 minus 1 is just 2.0, and then here there's a 0 here technically, and so that's just 2. So our result would be negative 2.02, and these both had x's on it. So what we get is negative 2.02x. That's how many of x we have. And then we have plus 3.1 equals negative 2.96. So now we do a subtraction. So there's negative, or there's a positive 3.1 here. The opposite is to subtract it. So we do 2.02x plus 3.1 minus 3.1 is equal to negative 2.96 minus 3.1. These combine to make 0. And we get negative 2.02x is equal to negative 2.96 minus 3.1. Now I'm writing out every single step, but you could definitely combine these in this step as well if you want to. All right, so now that we have this, we're going to go ahead and combine these two numbers. So I'm not going to write it all out this time. I'm just going to sort of look at it and make sure that the numbers line up. So under the 6, there would be a 0, right? Inside the 3.1, we could just keep adding zeros if we wanted to. So that would be just 6. And then we have this 9 plus a 1. Well, that's 10. So we'd add a 1 there. And there'd be a 0 here and then a decimal. And then a 2 plus a 3, that's 5, plus 1 is 6. And it's negative. Now remember, we're just adding because both these numbers are negative, and two negative numbers combined results in a bigger negative number. And then on this side, we have negative 2.02x. Now we're going to go ahead and divide by negative 2.02 to undo this multiplication that's going on, negative 2.02. The negatives, when a negative is divided by a negative, we get a positive. And x is going to be equal to whatever this thing is. So let's do that over here. So we have 2.02 going into 6.06. And this looks like a case of 3, just straight up the number 3. And if we look at this, we get a 6, a 0, a decimal, and a 6. Now, technically, you would move this over, and then you would do things with the decimal afterwards, because you want to divide by whole numbers. But this one is so kind of clear on what's happening that I'm just going to go ahead and do it like this. And we would get 0. So we could see that 3 would just be the result. So we'd have x equals 3. Now, if it wasn't that simple, what we would really do is we would remove the decimal over 2 spots. 1, 2. And if we do it to the outside, we have to do it to the inside. 1, 2. And then we would do 202 into 606. We'd still get 3. But if we had to keep going, we could then add zeros afterwards and find the result. So that's the proper way to do it. But this one was just extremely simple, so we could kind of just like look at it and just kind of know what the answer is. So we think the answer is 3. We want to check it. So that means that when we plug in 3 for x, it makes this equation a true statement. So let's test that. I'm going to use a calculator for the testing. So we have 0.01 times 3 plus 3.1. What do we get? 3.13. So that's what we get on this side. Well, what do we get on this side? Well, we have 2.03 times 3 minus 2.96. And we get the exact same thing. So our answer checks out. We're very confident in it, and we can go ahead and move along. If you have any questions about this, let me know. Subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video.